Hey Disco friends, this is Tatiana, and if you're a Quest 2 owner, you should know that your headset is packed with different features, many of which get buried in the settings, never to be found. Especially recently, since Oculus started releasing new updates almost on a monthly basis, constantly improving and pushing the limits of Quest 2 with new features. But there are so many of them already that it's getting to the point where you simply forget where these features are and how to find them. That's why I thought that I would create this ultimate compilation of the most useful Quest 2 features hidden in the settings, in the app, in all of these different places, and you can make the most out of your Quest 2 by knowing these features. I put together and grouped the total of 28 features into 6 groups. General features, account sharing, streaming, gaming, health, and productivity. If you want to jump directly into one of these topics, you can find the timestamps in the description below. Before we dive in this video we will focus on the software side of Quest 2. Things like best accessories, tips and tricks, and other best practices to prolong battery life and other recommendations are discussed in this video that I highly recommend you watch if you haven't already, especially if you're a new Quest 2 user. But today we will talk specifically about Quest 2 features that may be hidden in the settings that may unlock really cool things that you can do in your headset. I'm sure that you will find value in this video whether you're a new Quest 2 owner or if you've already had your headset for quite some time. There is something for everyone here, and if you find this video helpful, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to this channel. I'm sure that you're excited to get started, so if you're ready, let's go. First group of topics, general features. We'll start with this simple but very useful little feature called double tap to pass through. It's useful if you want to quickly glance into the real world without removing your headset, so you can do it at any time, even during a game, and it's extremely convenient. So I recommend to always have this feature on because you never know when you might need it. Another feature I found very useful is adjusting Guardian sensitivity. We all know how important it is to set your Guardian just right so that we don't break our TVs while playing. But at the same time, when our Guardian is too sensitive, it may get a little bit annoying because you can see this cage anytime your hand gets close to the Guardian. So by going to the Guardian settings, you can reduce the sensitivity of your Guardian so that it only activates when you get really close to it. By opening the advanced settings, you can also control the Guardian sensitivity in relation to your headset and the controllers separately, which is also very cool and can be useful. Space Sense is another feature related to Guardian. It was added recently, and in general, it allows you to see the outlines of people, animals, or objects when they enter your Guardian. It's a very strange feature, and I personally don't use it at the moment because I almost always have objects within my Guardian, and this feature would distract me. But if you have an empty room and you want to know if your cat or dog is entering the Guardian, then Space Sense may help you with that. Another important thing to know is how to factory reset your headset. In case you don't know, you cannot factory reset your Quest 2 from your headset. The way to do it is from your Oculus app on your phone. Go to menu, select connect to your device, tap on advanced settings, and then factory reset. FYI, factory reset is a drastic measure, but it often solves most common headset problems. If you reach out to Oculus support, most of the times one of the first things that they will recommend to fix your issue is to factory reset your headset, and they will not even help you unless you do that first. So now you know. One thing you might not know is that you can customize your Explore tab by setting up your preferences. In the recent update, the Explore tab has been redesigned, and now by tapping on the top right corner, you can set your preferences for what kind of games you're most interested in. It's a nice little tool to personalize your search for new games. Quest 2 has lots of different home environments that you can switch between from the menu in the Virtual Environments tab. Occasionally they add new environments, but they don't really do it very often. And also in the newest update, Oculus promised that we will be able to move within these environments. And in the future, We might even be able to invite friends to our virtual horizon homes. I don't actually have this function on my headset yet, but who knows, it might already be here by the time you're watching this video. You can quickly switch between your controllers and hand tracking within your headset. In the Device tab, go to Hands and Controllers and switch the toggles that say hand tracking and auto switch between hand and controller. That way, if you place controllers on the floor and wave your hands in front of the headset for a few seconds, hand tracking will turn on automatically. And the same way, when you pick up your controllers, Quest 2 will quickly recognize it as well and switch automatically. Very handy little trick. Now let's talk about account sharing feature. Account sharing feature allows you to add multiple accounts to your headset. That way, when you play games, you can keep your own scores, friend list, basically making your VR experience more personal, especially if more than one person is using the same headset. From the menu, go to the Accounts tab. Here you'll see the primary account registered on your device, and from here you can add a new secondary account. And don't forget to turn on app sharing so that the secondary account can have access to the games on the primary account. There's also a secret way to use this function to share your games with one other headset, so that you only need to buy the game once, but it can be played on two headsets at the same time. For that, you need to set up one and the same account as the primary account on both headsets, and then add a secondary account to one of the headsets. Allow app sharing on the primary account and sign in with the secondary account on one of these headsets. So in one of the headsets, you'll be signed in as a primary account, and on another, you will be signed in as a secondary account, but both of the headsets will have the same primary account on them. Keep in mind that to change the primary account on your headset, you will need to factory reset your Quest, and you already know how to do that. And now let's talk about streaming. First, we will talk about streaming games, and then we will move on to talking about streaming movies, which is really exciting. You can stream games directly to your phone or a tablet as long as you have an Oculus app installed on it. Go to Sharing, select Cast, and then tap on your device that has the Oculus app installed on it. As for streaming on TV, using Google Chromecast is the easiest way, but you will need to buy a Google Chromecast. After you set it up, it will show up here in this menu, which you can select, and the streaming will start automatically. The next feature is related to streaming movies. You can use your favorite streaming services such as Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu, and others directly from your headset. Some streaming services such as Netflix and Amazon have their own apps for Oculus Quest 2. You can download them for free and log in using your credentials and enjoy the movies or TV shows. But there are others like Hulu and HBO that don't have their own app, but they can be accessed via browser. I actually have a separate video talking about streaming and even a video explaining how you can download and stream Netflix movies offline so that you can watch them even if you don't have internet connection. This is a very cool feature, so check out that video if you're interested. Another streaming tip, you can watch movies with your friends in VR using Big Screen. Big Screen is an awesome social platform with a large collection of movies that you can watch in a variety of environments, alone or with your friends, or even with random people like in a movie theater. Some movies are free and some aren't, but my favorite feature there is watching 3D movies. It's absolutely incredible. You have to experience it. You can even upload your own movies there. Big Screen is one of my favorite apps on Quest 2. You should try it the first opportunity you get. And now let's talk about gaming and the features that can help you discover and enjoy more VR games. First thing you need to know about is SideQuest. SideQuest is a VR content platform that has thousands of VR games, prototypes, early access games, game ports, demos, and many others. SideQuest is definitely a must-have if you own a Quest or Quest 2. So to access much more VR games that you can find on the official store, you need to go to sidequestvr.com. There is an app that you need to install on your PC or on your Android phone if you want to set up SideQuest. So you just need to follow this video on SideQuest official YouTube channel that I host, and the steps are very easy, and if you follow them closely, you will be enjoying all these games in no time. However, you don't necessarily need to set up SideQuest app if you want to enjoy extra games. Next, we will talk about App Lab games. App Lab games are experimental VR games that have not been accepted in the official store yet, but they are available for everyone to play. You will not find these games in the official store, but you can using SideQuest, because SideQuest is the official discovery platform of App Lab Games, and they partnered with Oculus to develop App Lab, and you can access it by opening any browser, even the one on your headset, by typing applab.games. It will redirect you to the SideQuest website on the page with all App Lab games, and here you simply click on the game that you like, will be downloaded right away. The game will appear in your library just like any other official game. Some of these games are free, some of these are paid, but this is overall an amazing way to discover more VR games. Speaking of free games, there are actually quite a few free VR games that you can get from the Oculus Store. For that, you can simply open this store and filter the games by its price, free. And there are some free demos of the games that you can try before buying an actual game. You may just type a demo here in the search bar, or again, you can go to sidequestvr.com, even directly from your headset, and look for demos there. Strangely enough, many free demos of official games are actually on SideQuest and not on the official store. Just make sure to browse all of them to discover as much free stuff as you can. If you're worried that a game might be too intense for you, or you want to know how intense this game before you actually buy it, when you open the game, you'll be able to check out the intensity level. This helps you understand better what you may expect from this game. You can check some more information about the game, like if it supports sitting or standing modes, does it require internet connection, and does it have multiplayer mode, and other things. You can request a refund. Requesting refund is not the most straightforward process. I'm guessing they made it a little bit tricky on purpose. Like, you cannot do it from your headset. You need to do it from your phone. Open Oculus app, go to menu, then tap on settings, and here you will open purchase history and tap on any app that you want to request refund for. You will only be able to do that if you played the game for less than 2 hours and you purchased it no more than 14 days ago. Two of the things that you can play around with to improve the quality is the refresh rate and the texture resolution. You can increase the refresh rate to 120 in the settings, but this will only work with games that actually support this refresh rate. But texture resolution is something you'll need to do again with SideQuest. Yes, SideQuest is more than just a VR content platform. It has lots of tools that allow you to change Quest 2 settings in ways that aren't offered by Oculus, like texture resolutions, for example. After you set up SideQuest, connect your Quest to your PC, go to settings, and scroll down until you see texture resolutions. Be careful with this step and test your headset carefully, because increasing the resolution drastically may sometimes cause crashes and lag. So feel free to play around with this feature to improve the quality of your textures, but make sure you test out if it affects the performance of your headset. Another thing you can do is record your gameplay and share it directly from your headset to Facebook. While Facebook may not be your preferred place to share your content to, you can access your recordings by connecting your Quest to your computer and opening this folder. All your recordings will be here, and basically you can do with them whatever you want. You might have noticed that all your video footage recorded on your Quest 2 is in this weird square format. That's because it records one of the headset lenses, and the resolution is 1832 by 1920 per eye. And if you want to record in a more traditional resolution, again, SideQuest comes to the rescue with the help of ADB commands. When you connect your Quest to your PC and run SideQuest, click on this button that says Run ADB Commands and insert these commands one by one. I will include the list of these commands in the description. The first two define the height and the width of the video resolution. Make sure to click on this button after every command to make sure it all works. Keep in mind that this is not a permanent fix. After every time that you restart your headset, these settings will go back to normal, to that square format. So you'll need to do these steps again if you want to maintain this resolution. And of course, the gaming tips section would be incomplete if I didn't mention Oculus Link and Air Link. Quest 2 is a super versatile device that allows you to play PC VR games, provided that you have a PC VR ready computer. The requirements needed to play PC VR games are listed right here on the Oculus website, and you can play either using a cable or wirelessly if you have a strong enough internet connection. I will link a quick tutorial on how you can play PC VR games in the description, so feel free to check it out if you're interested. And now let's talk about health. Did you know that you can use Quest 2 for fitness tracking? This app is called Oculus Move, and you can find it by going to Oculus apps in your library. Oculus Move tracks your physical activity across different VR apps, and it tracks how many calories you've lost while gaming in VR. I'm not sure how accurate Oculus Move is, but it may help you motivate yourself to move in VR by setting up daily goals and unlocking achievements and a few other things. You can even activate this top panel that shows your daily progress. It works with apps like Beat Saber, Supernatural, FitXR, and even other non-workout oriented games as long as you move around. If you're worried about the effect of VR on your eyes, specifically the effect of the blue light, Quest 2 has a function that disables the blue light, which frequently leads to headaches and insomnia. By triggering this function, your screen will get this yellow tint, and you can control its intensity based on your preference. It's up to you if you want to use it or not, because it does change the colors. But at the same time, people who use it frequently say that they get used to this new look very quickly and it doesn't really bother them. And finally, we will talk about the features that are related to productivity in VR. And one of these features is multitasking. You can open up to 3 apps right here in your home, such as Browser, Oculus TV, Store, and a few other Oculus apps. And in addition, you can resize them to turn them into a tablet mode or make them absolutely humongous, whichever you need to stay productive. Another cool feature is phone notifications. Those are now supported by Oculus so that you don't need to remove your headset if you receive a message. Up until recently, only Apple devices were supported, but now this feature is expanded to Android phones as well, so we all can enjoy it. Voice commands is another feature geared towards productivity and saving the time. By double tapping the Oculus menu button, you can give your headset commands like open a browser, run an app, send a message, and many others. In fact, the full list of available commands can be found on the Oculus website. The only downside is that this voice commands feature is only available in the US right now. I'm sure they will bring it to the rest of the world eventually. Another feature is a little bit silly. You can bring your couch and your desk to VR. But it could be the first step to increase productivity in VR and turning it into a workplace environment. And immediately after adding this feature of VR desk in your home environment, Oculus also added the feature of being able to pair your own keyboard. Although at the moment only 2 keyboards are supported, again, this one is very much a first step exploring how productivity can be increased with features like this. I actually made a video checking out this keyboard and seeing how it works in VR, so if you're interested, follow this link to watch it. Well, I think we've covered more than enough for this one video. Thank you for watching till the end if you did. It was packed with features and I hope that you found something useful for you that you will be using from now on in your daily VR adventures. Let me know in the comments which feature is the most useful for you and also what other features you're using that you would like to share with the VR community. A huge shout out goes to my patrons who provide Disco VR channel with extra support. Thank you so much. And if you too are interested in helping out Disco VR, the link to becoming patron and getting some extra perks is in the description below. That's it for today, friends. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, and as always, happy VR discoveries!